I've always been fascinated by Malaysia because food is at the heart of the country's culture.
That is amazing.
To find out what makes this cuisine so unique,
The flavour and the aroma is really rich and strong. I could eat that all day long.
I'm embarking on a journey of culinary discovery.
This is the best curry shop I've ever seen in my life.
I want to uncover the secrets of Malaysia's rich and diverse cooking styles.
The noise of everything.
Adds flavour.
And use everything I've learned on my travels to help you transform your home cooking.
This is my Malaysian adventure, and I think it's going to be spectacular.
No journey through Malaysia's cooking culture would be complete without a pilgrimage to the country's culinary mecca.
This part of my adventure brings me to Penang. Let's get cracking.
During my time here, I'll be finding out what makes Penang's street food so popular.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
All fried up,
Yep.
all pretty addictive.
A local chef used an ingredient not seen very often in curry,
Next, we can put our pineapple.
Yum!
and I use all I learn on my travels back home in my kitchen to make a Malaysian treat,
Oh, yeah.
curry puffs.
All happy chappies.
The state of Penang lies on the northwestern coast of the Malaysian peninsula. A vibrant mix of locals, expats and travellers from all over the world head here for one reason: its incredible street food. Thousands of hawker stalls offer a seemingly endless variety of traditional dishes. As a chef, nothing beats tasting the eclectic blend of ingredients and cooking traditions for myself.
Take me away, boss.
Okay, jangan apa okay.
The only way to see Penang.
Okay, yeah, I want to go to now the Penang.
I haven't been to Penang for about 15 years. And the last time I was here, I remember the market, the noise, the colour, the smell, and it made my heart thump. This place, I think, is truly exciting. And it's exciting because, for me, it's about what makes Malaysia special.
So special that Penang's capital, Georgetown, has been ranked as one of the best street food havens in the world, and I can't wait to get stuck in. Local food and travel journalist Robin Eckhart is going to help me navigate the feast of flavours to be found in the central market.
What is it, do you think, about the Malay food that is so appealing and addictive?
Well, it's got to be variety. I mean, Malaysia has it all. You know, I live in Georgetown. It's mostly Chinese, but I can still walk 4 blocks from here and get a perfectly authentic Southern Indian meal. I can walk 4 blocks that way and get amazing or Sumatran food from Indonesia.
I love this queue of bikes.
Yeah.
Don't even get off my bike.
Well, you don't have to park.
It's like driving.
Yeah, exactly. Here is our first stop. This woman is an institution, and what's special about her is that she is cooking over wood, and you just don't see that anymore. Of course, that's how everyone used to cook. And she uses lard. That's what's in the bowl. The dish is called char kway kak. It's a rice cake, and here is the rice cake,
And that's what's
in the pan. As people come, he makes an order and customizes it, you know, however you want it. So you can have bean sprouts, you can have Chinese chives. If you want a lot of chili, you can have chili, you can have egg.
Someone to say a lot of chili.
Chili, yeah. I mean, Penangites are known for liking chili.
So what? Oh,
Yeah.
That's a lot of chili in that one. Oh. But then the other thing is this, the banana leaf and a bit of paper.
You know, for a Penangite, they say 2 things are very important for a stir-fried dish or noodle. Actually, 3 things. The use of lard, cooking over charcoal or live fire, and plating on a banana leaf. That makes it a perfect dish. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. First experience of Penang street food.
What do you think?
By heck, it's good. It's like this Chinese version of bubble and squeak, because the rice cake is almost like chunks of potato.
Okay.
And then we've got chili and spring onions, but there's enough sort of texture in it and flavour that you think, yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
All fried up.
Yep.
All pretty addictive.
Yep. And you'll remember it when you leave,
Oh
right?
my goodness, yeah, yeah.
I'm looking for authentic cooking ideas to take back home because so many Malaysian ingredients are now readily available in the UK. So I'm heading to the cookery school of local chef Nazlina Hussein for a lesson in Penang curry.
So, you literally live across the road from the market,
Right.
and you just come across every morning and buy the things you need to cook?
Yeah, it's 115 years old. Built during the Queen Victoria era.
Is that right?
Yeah, and it was built on top of a graveyard.
What?
Yes, we used to call the place Corpse Jungle.
Really?
Yes.
That's amazing. Nazlina, what are you going to show me how to cook?
I'm going to make a curry called pineapple curry.
Yum! So it's spicy
Spicy and sweet.
at the same time, but also
That's it.
pineapple's quite
Sour.
sour and sharp, isn't it?
Yeah, so it will be all balanced.
Sounds great. Show me the way, Nazlina.
Okay.
Show me the way. What do we do?
First, there's one ingredient that is very important, is to make the coconut paste.
Okay.
Okay, this is coconut paste. In Malay, it's an essential ingredient for a lot of our curries.
What does it do for the curry?
It thickens it up, gives nice nutty flavor.
Nazlina set me to work pounding toasted coconut flakes to make the paste.
So while you do that, I'm going to pound my ginger and garlic.
So it becomes like peanut butter.
Yeah, more or less almost like that.
Look at
Yeah.
that. That's great.
Okay, this is my paste now.
Okay.
Yeah, still
So that's-
smells so good.
It does smell really good.
Nazlina's using her garlic and ginger paste later. But first she's going to show me how to make her own cooking oil.
Okay, now let's make our own coconut oil.
You can buy it, but to make it, you need to heat fresh coconut cream for around 20 minutes.
What is traditional Malay food then?
I would say anything where the ingredients do not need to be imported to the country.
Aha.
So things like coconut, things like the chilies, things like pineapple, curry leaf, things that we can grow here, I would consider that traditional. Even though some may say, okay, this is Thai or this is Indian, but Penang is a melting pot. So I would say this is Penang food.
I've been here before, and I thought it was the most inspiring place.
We are fanatic about food.
Okay, so whilst I stir this, what are you going to do?
Okay, I'm going to start cooking our curry.
Okay.
We're going to put about 6 tablespoons of the coconut oil. So swirl it all around. These are the spices that I'm going to use. We call these 4 sisters because they always go together. Either cinnamon, star anise, cardamom pods, and cloves. You can see they sizzle in the oil. So these are curry leaves fresh from my garden. This is how you do this. Very quick.
Well,
Do like that.
curry leaves seem to be really prominent in Malay food.
Right.
Why is that?
It's actually from Indian influence. Sri Lankan people and South Indian people brought these plants with them.
Lots of curry leaves.
Yes.
Nazlina then adds onions, the ginger and garlic paste she made earlier, as well as some curry powder mixed with water.
Okay, this is the most important part of the whole exercise. This is when you shouldn't check up on your phone or, again, watch your soap opera or go to the toilet. You really have to wait until water that I added in evaporates and the oil floats to the top. So like in cookbooks, it will say, wait until oil separates.
So, there's no escape from the heat of the kitchen.
Now this is already there. This is what is meant by pecah minyak, when the oil starts to break up.
Chaminyak.
Next, we can put our beautifully cut pineapple.
It looks beautiful already.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful looking thing, isn't it?
yes.
You know, carved pineapple, curry leaves and spices.
So we can add a bit of water now.
Water.
A little bit, just a little bit.
And once the pineapple's softened, Nazlina adds tamarind water, which acts as a souring agent, jaggery powder, a sugar made from date palm trees, and coconut milk.
This is my favorite part. I really like to see the colors.
Lastly, in goes that toasted coconut paste I pounded earlier.
almost at the end of our cooking.
Are we finished?
Yes, we are.
From where I'm standing right now, it smells awesome. Can I try some?
Sure.
Pineapple curry.
Yes.
I am almost speechless because the flavour in there is so intense, but not just coconut, curry leaves, ginger and garlic, or sweet pineapple, but there's little bits of star anise and cardamom and cinnamon, and the whole thing's of, it's just delicious. I'm making that a lot.
I'm happy to hear that.
You rock. Thank you. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
Thank you.
Coming up, I get stuck into more of Penang's incredible street food.
I love it.
You love?
Yeah, it's delicious.
And back home in my own kitchen, I'll show you how to make a Malaysian street food classic, curry puffs. I've been bowled over by the variety of exciting Malaysian street food I've seen so far in Penang's capital, Georgetown. But according to my guide, Robin, we've only scratched the surface.
So we're gonna turn into Chow Rasta Market. It's the largest market in Georgetown.
Go, lead the way.
There's an abundance of fresh raw ingredients, and what I want to find out is how to use them in authentic Malaysian dishes.
This stall, this is Madam Pa. She is a Penang Nyonya, and every day she gets up in the middle of the night and she cooks all these wonderful Nyonya dishes, and her Nyonya food is, I think, really some of the best on the island. Her famous dishes, or the ones that I think are most unique, are her nasi ulam.
What does nasi alam mean?
Ulam means vegetable and nasi means rice. That is a rice salad with about 20 different herbs and roots in it, and she cuts everything by hand. And the shreds of turmeric leaf and pandan leaf and wild pepper leaf will be just hair thin. Another really delicious thing of hers is this pickled fish. She takes fish, she fries it, and then it's pickled in vinegar and turmeric with loads of chilies.
Well, just a few chilies. Just a few.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about Penang Nyonya food is there is much Nyonya food. Singapore has it, Malacca has it, Kelantan has it. But Penang Nyonya food, it tends to be a little bit spicier because of the proximity to Thailand.
Okay, so it comes up as you come further and further north.
Yeah, right, exactly. And then, you know, in Malacca, you have a little more coconut milk, more Indian-ish spices. Up here, it's a little more Malay influence, Thai influence, and then, of course, Chinese influence, because that's what Nyonya is. Would you like to try any nasi ulam? She's happy to dish it up
We
for
have
you.
some nasi alam? Yeah, can I have nasi alam?
Yeah, some nasi ulam. Can we eat here?
Yeah.
The rice is, and I suppose this may sound really strange, but it's like walking into a perfume shop. The flavour and the aroma is really rich and strong and very heavily perfumed with wonderful smells of turmeric and pandan. And it's not fishy. It's just lovely texture, a little bit of flavour of fish, sweet but sour, loads of garlic, and with all those herbs and flavours, it's great. I could eat that all day long.
You eat how the taste?
I love it.
You love?
Yeah, it's delicious.
Okay, so here's our last stop, the best pork congee in all of Southeast Asia.
Congee, rice porridge. Right, so what do we have?
He's got pork many ways. He's got char siu, he's got pork meat, and he's got pork crackling.
Am I allowed to have mine without the intestines?
Yes, you are. No blood, I guess.
I'm really all right for blood and tongue. Thanks very much.
We have one char siu.
This one.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay,
Okay.
that's all.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Eat here.
Yes,
it is.
please.
Okay, very nice.
Beautiful. Congee as breakfast, it's really Chinese, isn't it?
Very Chinese, Southern Chinese.
And in here I've got barbecued pork, chili sauce,
Nice.
crackling. I opted for no tongue, no intestine. Wow, that's good.
You know, I always have a trouble convincing people that congee is good, and I think if you don't think that congee is tasty, you just haven't had the right congee.
The thing is, if I keep on eating like this, I'm going to leave Malaysia
Yes.
looking like two people.
Yes, people usually do.
Is that right?
if they eat street food, they usually gain a few.
I mean, there's so much great food.
There's
There's food everywhere. Robin, thank you.
good to meet you.
Thank you very much indeed. Thanks for showing me Penang.
Back in the UK, there are plenty of places to try Malaysian food too.
That is amazing. It tastes of satay. It's got spice in the background. It's probably delicious.
And it's just as easy to cook your own at home as all the ingredients are now readily available.
This is Chinatown, and you can come into these shops and you can discover and explore. Otherwise, if you're not close to a Chinatown or an Asian store, online. There's loads of stuff online. Look, this is all dried. And they just pack it in boxes, they send it to you. Best way to do it.
And now I'm going to show you how easy it is to make some simple Malaysian street food.
Back to my own kitchen, and today is all about one of my favourite Malaysian snacks, curry puffs. It's not a lot really, curry puffs, just a few bits and pieces, and a cheap, some curry sauce. I'm all in favour of buying packets of things if they're ready on the shelf. In Malaysia, you find curry puffs and they have this extraordinary texture because they're made with two types of dough, a water dough and an oil dough. And the reason for that is it's so hot, if they were to use butter pastry, the butter would melt, the pastry itself would disintegrate, so they use this oil dough. But I'm going to do this quick version, and I'm going to use puff pastry. These things are delicious. A great little snack. Once they're made, you just keep them in the fridge or the freezer, store for ages. Chopped cooked potato. Shredded chicken, roasted leftover chicken works the best, I find. And then peas. And then to that, I add this. It is the taste of Malaysia. There's something about rendang paste which just transports you back to that warm tropical environment. Lemongrass, chilies, sweetness, a little bit of sourness. This is actually called a rempah. So a rempah is the paste that goes to make a curry. Squeeze that out. Mix the whole thing around. Mixture, done. Smells fantastic. Now, puff pastry rolled out, cut the pastry. Many people handle pastry and what happens is it starts to fall apart. Don't lift the discs up, lift the outside up and leave the discs behind. Then that way you don't touch it as much. That bit of puff pastry you can mould back together, roll it out and use it again if you want to. So, each one of these, half moon, like a smile, on the top, that's going to be our sealed side. You don't need to brush both sides. A good spoonful of the mix into the centre. And because it's cold from the peas, it just helps to keep that pastry nice and solid because it does start to
gets soft really quickly. Pick up each one individually, just so your fingers aren't touching it. Pick it up, put it into our clever little crimper machine, hold that, and then all you do, you so close it and push it hard. Our clever little curry puff. And they just go straight onto a tray. Drop it in. Yeah, done. There we are. No need to glaze them. Don't need to put any egg wash on the top. The flour will give it the texture. Puff pastry will puff up. And I say when you're doing puff pastry, think 20s. 20 minutes in the oven at 200. And 200 degrees for 20 minutes, and it should be perfect. Top shelf. Be careful how many you put in the oven at once, because if you put too many in, the oven temperature drops and they're not crispy. They're not puffs, they're sogs. And so the puffs are ready. I can smell them. Oh yeah. All little happy chappies. And they've opened up a little bit, that's fine. They're puffed up. They're called curry puffs, that's what they should do. Inside, it definitely smells of curry. There. And so, bit of banana leaf. There we are. My curry puffs.